again. This is a part 5? Yeah, I think it's 5. Part 5 of the Armwrestling Diaries. I had a lovely week of the armwrestling. Feeling now super recovered, almost. Still, I feel something on my pronator, still a little bit. But we'll see how it goes. But overall, feeling good. Today, very light training, not going to be a crazy weight. Also, not for the most part, I'm not going to work on the table. I'm actually going to do it with the free weights with the cables. So I'm going to do the back pressure to the wrist for the pronation. And I'm going to also do some side pressure. And yeah, it's going to be just 4 exercises, I think. So let's get cracking. So as I said, first exercise would be back pressure for the wrist with just like free weights like this one. Gonna warm up a little bit. And so in terms of my amplitude, I am going to be doing it full range of motion. So I'm not gonna do it like this. I'm actually gonna do full range of motion, trying to actually like work through the whole muscle, through the whole brachialis. Now let's add 10 kilos more, and so that would be mostly my working set. I'm just gonna do it once to just see how it feels, and then I will either stay with this weight and I'm gonna aim to do it like 10 times, or if it feels a little bit easy, then I might add a bit more, but probably I'm gonna keep 20. Maybe I'll change angle a little bit, because doing without any holding against something just makes it a little bit, not hard particularly, but just weird. So I think I'm gonna move here and just hold against my TV. And I think that way it would be better. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep 20. I'm gonna do it 8 times with some reps in the tank. Alright, that would be my second set. As you saw in the first one, for my stupidity, I have recorded my left arm from this angle, and so it just didn't look quite good because you can't almost see my hand. So I'm gonna re-record the second set, and yeah, I'm gonna record the right one properly with the right angle, and then the left one with the left angle. All right. Whew. Whew. All right. Long time ago, I did this exercise, because usually, I guess I need to talk to camera. Hi. Usually, I used to do it on a block, like this one, and doing it with this one, just like, to me, 10 times harder. Holy shit, I need to drink water. Fuck. The next exercise I'm gonna do would be pronation. but like dynamic. I already have the working weight, so I'm not gonna show it for now, but I'm just gonna grab it like these, and I'm gonna do the full movement, like so. There are a couple things that you need to keep in mind. Is first of all, when you're doing that, you always need to start with your wrist. So it's not like these and then you curl like these, or like in the opposite. It's not like you curl and then rotate your wrist. It's actually the whole movement should start through your wrist and then you curl. And this is super important because otherwise you can take such a big weight, but if you actually start with your wrist and then curl, that's a completely different story. And second thing is, when you're doing that, always try to keep your elbow close, not like try to cheat and push it forward, because as more forward you push it, as easier it will get. But if you're on an arm wrestling table, right, if you're like this, you're not going to push your elbow towards your opponent, because it fucking doesn't going to make sense. Like, oh, sure, doesn't make sense. So when you do that, always keep your elbow close to your body as much as possible, and then do it from here. So that way you can kind of maximize the result that you will get. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on with the first set. Just 15 kilos, nothing much, but yeah, let's see how it goes. Good. That was actually the last set I recorded, because the first one that I was recording, I realized that my camera angle was just pointing here, and so the only thing that you'd see is literally me doing this upper movement. So on the last set, I realized that I need to tweak the camera. So yeah, only one set that was been kind of done proper has been recorded. Okay, the next exercise, finally on the table. I'm so used to doing on the table that doing anything that is outside the table is just fucking feels hard. So yeah, next exercise would be internal rotation. So just gonna do this movement again, not going too crazy. I'm gonna keep reps relatively high. I'm gonna do it 12 times. And in terms of the weight, I have no idea, because I'm only doing this exercise second time, and the first time I did, I was doing with 10 kilos, and I was doing it 20 times. Yeah, I think 20 times. So I don't know how much I'll put. We'll see how it goes. For now, I'm just warming up with the 5 kilos, so I just get to remember the movement. So stand like this, square the shoulders, and then rotate a little bit. Actually, it goes quite easier than it went last time. Maybe because the first time I was doing it, it felt like, weird, like overall. And now it just feels better. So I'm gonna add 10 kilos now. And yeah, also gonna do a couple times. Right, so it was just 5 kilos. I know it's like nothing, but still. at least the movement kind of became more native in a way of how you do it properly. So I'm glad that at least my brain understood how to do that. So now I've added 12.5 and I'll see how it goes. Probably will keep it as a working set, most likely, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think 12.5 is like the perfect weight, so I think no need to add less or more. I think it's just perfect. All right, that's good. And what I like is that the last time when I was doing it for the first time, I felt shoulders quite a lot when I was doing this. Now I don't feel shoulders almost at all, probably because they get used to it, I guess. All right, 2 more to go. Last set, I just thought I'll just tweak the angle a little bit so you can see it from like different perspective. Good. And there's last one, the exercise which I do for, I guess you can call it riser and pronation to X1. So yeah, I was about to say how I do it, but I'll just probably show, okay? And so the last exercise that I do is for the riser / pronation. And so I grab like this through the riser, and I don't do the whole move. So I just hold my hand still and I just work through this motion. So I give up a bit of pronation and the riser, and I try to go back here. So this is just the whole movement. And why I do that is because it really helps if you're fighting for this highs, top roll against the top roll, and you lost something. You can either hold in this position for some time and kind of figure out what you can do. Maybe you hold it and then come up and go like this, or maybe you hold it and then eventually you get the height, but like it overall helps you to get from this position, because if you go top roll against top roll, what usually happens is you don't drop here, you drop to the side, like exactly here, with a bit of pronation lost, maybe, but maybe engaged like this, but still with the riser lost to that side, not to the front. So that's why I do it to the side. I've got 10 kilos, just gonna warm up just a little bit. I'm just gonna add like 2 kilos more and we'll call it a working set. All right, 12.5. Okay, that's interesting. 12.5 went also quite easy, but still, I'm just gonna keep 12.5 for this one. I'm not gonna go higher because, again, this overall training, today's training, is sort of like lightweight in a way. Well, that's the end of the training. Yeah, it felt good. It felt good. It felt definitely better than the last time I had the training when I was doing crazy riser weights for myself, right? And yeah, it got me for 1 week of the recovery. So yeah, happy to be back, happy to be training again, and happy to hit new horizons in my weights. Let's go. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.